Yes, my dear friend, in this lesson we will learn about the serial module in order to control the Arduino with Python. So let's get started. For this, let's move to our project folder and let's create a new Python file. Here, let the Python file name be, for example, serial1.py, and let's press enter. The PySerial module allows us to access and control USB ports in Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems. Although it's called PySerial, but we need to use the serial module while creating our codes. So like this, I will import serial module like this. And of course, it is possible to use it in a shorter way by using the S structure. So like this, for example, import serial S, for example, letter S. So like this, if we run our code like this, and you see we didn't get any error. When we include the serial module on the Python side, there is a class we need to use. The name of this class is serial. It takes two different parameters. The first parameter is the name of the USB port to which we connect the Arduino board. For example, our Arduino board is connected to the COM5 USB port. The port name parameter that we need to define in the class must be of string type in the form of COM5. The second parameter is the serial communication speed parameter. We generally set the serial communication speed to 9600 or 115200. The most important point to note here is that the serial communication speed we define in Python should be the same as the serial communication speed in Arduino. Otherwise, the card, which is our Arduino board, and software programming language cannot communicate and we may encounter a problem. So now let's do an example. For this, let's move to a new line and let's create a new object here for creating our class. For example, let the object name be Arduino underscore Uno and put an equal sign. So now let's call our serial class. For this, let's call first our module, which is letter S, and put a dot, and let's call serial. And also open and close parentheses. In the parentheses, we will enter two different parameters here. The first parameter will be the port name. Our port name should be in a string type. That's why I will create double quotes here. And my port name is COM5. That's why I entered COM5 here. And also put a comma. And the second way will be the baud rate speed, which is equal to serial communication speed. And for example, let's set it as 9600. And we are done. When we examined our code, we first included our serial module, and in order to use the serial class, we created an object named Arduino Uno and called the serial class. Then we defined the port information and serial communication speed. The station that may confuse you here may be that we use two words that have the same pronunciation side by side. There is no need for that. The first serial we wrote is our module. The second serial we wrote is our class. Alright, my dear friend, we are done. So now if we run our code like this, and you see we didn't get any error. For example, let's move to a new line and let's call our print function and let's print our Arduino Uno object. So I will run my code again, and here is the result. And also our port is opened and it looks perfect. Of course, the Arduino must be connected to the computer in order to open the port here. Alright, my dear friends, in this lesson we learn about serial class. So now let's move on to our other lessons and learn the serial communication between Arduino and Python very well.